Welcome to the Family History Guide, Researching Genealogical Records in South Africa. This video will introduce you to South Africa Gold 1, Research and Records, and will teach you step by step about finding records for your South African ancestors and relatives. The Family History Guide has step-by-step instructions for learning about South African records. All valuable genealogical records were kept at or near the places where events occurred in your ancestors' lives. Generally, all genealogical records are tied to the location where the records were created. Genealogical research begins by identifying the places where the events in your ancestors' and relatives' lives occurred to discover where those important records may be kept. To begin your own research, start gathering as many details as possible from your living family members and relatives, such as their names, the names of all spouses and children, including dates of birth, marriage, and death, all known places of residence, occupations, and military service details. This family information will give you a foundation for further research into historical records. The Union of South Africa was established in 1910 by combining 4 British colonies: Cape Colony, Natal Colony, Transvaal Colony, and Orange River Colony. Before the Second Boer War, the last 2 were independent republics known as the South African Republic and the Orange Free State. These colonies became the 4 original provinces of the Union: Cape Province, Transvaal Province, Natal Province, Orange Free State Province. In 1994, at the time of the first non-racial elections, the South African provinces were as shown on the map: Eastern Cape, Free State, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Northern Cape, Northwest, and Western Cape. FamilySearch.org and Ancestry.com both have a substantial collection of South African records. These records were kept at the local level, and they are organized by the location where the records were kept. There are 2 main types of records: civil registration records and church records. You can search in the Family Search catalog and image section and the Ancestry.com card catalog to find the available records. Civil registration records were first kept beginning in the mid-1800s. South African church records reflect both the Dutch and English history of South Africa. The records available through Family Search are some of the few records available online. Some researchers will of necessity need to contact the local churches in South Africa for access to records. However, digitization efforts by Family Search are ongoing, and newly digitized records, both of civil registration records and church records, are becoming constantly available in the images section of Family Search. However, these newly acquired records have not yet been indexed or cataloged. The National Archives of South Africa is a relatively new institution, having been founded in 1996. It has additional associated state archives. Each of the repositories which houses archival groups that contain genealogical information has prepared guides to genealogical research, which enable the researcher or user to find the information she or he requires. Genealogical Society of South Africa has 9 branch societies in each of the provinces. It has help for getting started in South African genealogy and a library of the Heritage Foundation of Pretoria. The South African Genealogy website was created in 2004 to provide resources to genealogists researching their ancestors and has an online database of valuable records. British 1820 Settlers to South Africa is a free website dedicated to memorializing the British settlers to South Africa in 1820. Ancestors.co.za is one of the largest online sources of original South African genealogy. The more you learn about the history of South Africa and the records that are available, the more likely you will find information about your ancestral family. The links in the Family History Guide will provide you with valuable information about how to find your ancestors in South Africa. Study the choices in this goal to develop your research skills.